Welcome back to the Way of the Wandering Wizard. This is Bob the Wizard, coming at you live from the Wizard's chair in the Wizard's lair. And if that's starting to sound like a bit of a catchphrase building there, or being put out there, that is, apparently it's useful in advertising and marketing. And don't forget, folks, there is an agenda to this channel, and that channel is to contribute to my income stream. Wizards are always open. So, evening of poetry with Bob the Wizard. What could be better? As I said, the creative writing process is something that I undertook during my recovery. Kept my mind busy, allowed me scope and space to explore stuff in a different way rather than just writing or talking about stuff. So I thought I'd share with you a few of the slightly more shareable outcomes of that process. I enjoyed it. I have to say it was certainly something that got me back into creative thinking and creative ways of working. And that obviously helps as part of my recovery, or anyone's recovery. Probably should have shared this way before I started posting, bearing that you're spending a lot of time in here with me inside the Wizard's mind. I wrote a little piece called Inside the Wizard's Mind. A wizard's mind is a curious thing. Inside strange spirals, once a dragon on a mountain of bling, watching angels dancing on the head of a pin, wondering, how don't they fall in? The sounds of atoms joining the ball, seeing that dance played out in the all, feeling the life deep in the trees, wondering why others still fail to see the connection of life that is this planet, and encourage each other to find their place in it. A wizard's mind is a wondrous thing. Wise traveller, be advised, before wandering in, always take a huge ball of string. Sage advice for wandering in anybody's mind, let alone a wizard's mind. Clearly, as part of the process, I should share the final, probably the best attempt at actually getting out the events of the accident, certainly, in creative pose. This was written on the 13th day, which I'm clearly campaigning still that the 13th of September becomes a woo, I'm not dead day and should be a national holiday. Alas, the authorities that I've applied to so far have failed to reply. Leave it with me, folks. It's still a work in progress. Everybody gets the 13th of September off. That can't be bad. Anyway, back to what we're supposed to be focusing on. Poetry. Excuse me. The 13th day. Feet up, beard blowing, free in the breeze. Shit, a car. He can't see me. It's blind spot disease. Suddenly an impact, now flying with the greatest of ease. Fence, sky, tarmac, around they spin. Now on the roadway. What is that din? Crunch, crack, shatter. Bones, sharp report. Eventually, I slide to a halt. Body part broken. It's too much. I'm feeling drained. Surely there's an escape from this terrible pain. World starts fading. Soul free once again. Finally, peace. Free from the pain. Finding myself back at home once again. A moment's review. Loved ones so missed. Hey, I need to speak to the one who runs this. My life's still unfinished. I've so much to achieve. Old soul friends gather, so much relieved. Wise counsel delivered, choices are offered. Return, remain here. We've on them the wish. There's no judgment here. If you like, you can be a fish. What, go back as a fish? No, we're prankers. You had me there, you absolute wankers. Wait, what's that tug? That's your earth anchor, they said. Follow it back, down that corridor. You're not dead. Reluctant Messiah returning to ground. So much to remember. Why me? I'm unsound. On occasions, folks think I'm a bit of a clown. We know, we've learned from the past. Many have chosen a similar path, different journeys, same message of where you've just been. The marvels within it so rarely sin. Well, leave that door wide open, if I'm to re-enter the scene, journeying back through spirals of emerald green. Up ahead, what's that? A blue strobing light. Here I come, stand back. Prof, you gave me a fright. Your medic's arriving. You'll be all right. How's my bike? Still leaking? It's probably dead. Unlike you, bad bastard. Now how's that leg? Stay with me. I'm still here. Are you sure? It was said. Trust me, there's no pain when you're dead. Standing back my patient, the medic arrives. His patient once docile, losing his smile. The language approaches, blue strobing blue. Drugs administered, finally dulling bright hues. You're feeling no pain? That's morphine, he said. Morphine's just crap. It itches my head. Ketamine, was that part of your scene? Hey, horses for courses if you know what I mean. Let's just say the foothills of K2 were somewhere I've been. Bound, wrapped and ready, needing the loo. Oh, thank fuck, an ambulance crew. A taxi ride, blues and twos inside my head. I'm still not sure. Am I dead? A bump on the road. Watch his legs, someone said. This is a shit helicopter ride, came out of my head. Relax, we're here. Off the bus. Watch my leg. Finally safe and warm on a buffalo bed. My brother arrives, shaking his head. Fuck me, Bruvkins, we thought you was dead. What, me? Came close, it has to be said. And that was written on the 9th of the 9th, last year, 2020. In celebration of what will eventually become National Woohoo, We're Not Dead Day. And the last one, and probably the little spin-off for a short little chat afterwards, a short epistle on fear. Clearly part of what you go through in those kind of experiences, and certainly subsequently, is facing fears. So, a little bit of advice. Don't fill your ear with the fear or let others force it in. It's pretty clear without the fear. That's how the light gets in. It's the job of a wizard is to allow light to flow in essence. That's the essence of magic. Oh, probably shouldn't have told you that. Probably get sued. Fear is something that we all deal with. It's something that's really been coming up for a lot of people at the minute. That's natural. All of our fears are being poked, prodded, and driven. Now, I don't really want to go off into a great epistle of the dangers to a society when people are frightened. Frightened people are easily manipulated. You separate people, they become more frightened. It's an old pattern. It's been running for centuries. Believe me, I've been living through a lot of them. Fear is a natural, normal part of human existence. It's there, it keeps us safe. Facing our fears is really where we start to learn who we are as ourselves. Going through things that frighten us at any point in our life, the more times we face it, the more resilient we become in that face of that fear, until eventually we're not frightened of that anymore. So if going on Facebook or whatever else and posting yourself seems to be a brave act, it's actually taken a little bit more courage than an awful lot of the other crazy stuff I've been through in my life. But I'm enjoying the process. We're putting it out there. So just be aware of the fear. I said, I'm not going to get engaged in this great drama that's playing out. I've played my dramas. Don't need to be involved in this one. But it's just putting it out there as a warning. Frightened people are easily manipulated, and people that are not frightened, who are braver, are less manipulated. And the simple way is, as a human being, we've lived a long illusion that we're a competitive species. We're not. There's books written about it. We're a collaborative species. And the way that we've always dealt with fear is by being in numbers, by being together and working together against the thing that's frightening us. Not what somebody else is telling us is frightening them. That's their shit. What's frightening us collectively. And we stand together against what is frightening us. Because when we're together, we're stronger. Yeah. Don't need an old wizard to teach Granny to suck eggs now, do we? So, a little ramble at the end of an evening of poetry. I said the creative process is certainly something that I found to be of assistance. I would actively encourage anyone to try it, even if that means going onto your channel and just dribbling at people late at night. As always, it's been a joy to have you in our company. Go well. Peace, love, light, and may your life be blessed by many visitations of the no problema.